is 7:30 something in the morning, and the last couple of days I haven't posted anything because I've been so drained just from being out and the driving and whatnot. So we got early morning bikers out too, so I gotta pay attention to them. But any hoosies, yeah, just been drained, and I've been thinking about it and about posting, but I've just been drained, just mentally drained, physically drained. My daughter and the grandkids moved in officially yesterday, so yeah, that was fun. So that kind of drained me too. I was looking for places to hide. My house is not that big, so after a while, I'm like, okay, I need to go somewhere and be quiet. I don't want nobody grandmaing me half to death. I just want to be silent. And then after a while, I felt bad about it. And then a while after that, I was like, girl, bye. You'll be fine. They'll be all right. You need your space to regroup. So, yeah. But yesterday, all in all, was still a fairly decent day. Yesterday, I had a couple of clients yesterday, and then I was going to do some field work after that. But I was so tired after the 2 clients. My last one was at 1, but normally it would take no more than an hour, but this one actually took 2.5 hours. But I wasn't rushing them. I was fine with that, They were seniors, and so I wasn't tripping. But it kind of helped because I love our seniors. I really do, and I have a heart for them. I'm sorry I'm not looking at y'all, but obviously I'm driving, so. But yeah, I love our seniors, and so it just really helps when I'm doing something for them and they're smiling and they're laughing and they're talking and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't do any field work after that. Couldn't do anymore. I'm driving into the sun. So this morning I'm out in these streets trying to get what I didn't do. Trying to get done yesterday what I didn't do. Trying to get done today what I didn't do yesterday. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Do I still like being my own boss? Yes. Is the struggle real? Yes. Do I regret resigning from my job? No, I don't regret resigning. I don't regret resigning because I made the choice that was best for me at the time. And I was really struggling at that time. I mean, it was just one of those I hit a wall moments, but it was worse than me just hitting a wall. Like when I can't function, when I can't do anything. Yeah. And I'm not going to stay just for the point of getting a paycheck, because what's the point of staying to get a paycheck if I'm not doing my job the way it should be done? If I'm not bringing any integrity to it, if I'm not putting my best into it, if I'm not doing it for the right reasons, all of those things, there's no point. So that's pretty much what it was, no point. And so I made a choice that was best for me. But I would say though, just really, really think about it, because if that's what you're thinking about doing, you really have to think long term, like writing out your goals, writing out the steps that you need to take to get there, even possibly a budget, like how much is this stuff going to cost you, and and not only the monetary part of it, but the physical part of it, the mental part of it. Oh, dang it, I missed my exit. Anyway, I'll just take the next one. But yeah, just the mental part of it, all of that, you know. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. And I'm going to tell you now, you know, people think that, oh, well, shoot, you in a 2-income household, la, 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 la. Well, it ain't 2 incomes now because I don't have a 9-to-5 anymore. So what 2 incomes? It's more like 1 income, and I'm supplementing it. I'm the SSI for the household. For the house, I'm the SSI. I'm the supplemental income for the house right now because my income isn't steady. I'm still building business. I'm still adding contracts, and so it's not as steady as my paycheck every 2 weeks, knowing I'm guaranteed this amount of money. I got to get out here and bust my tail in these streets to make my money. So I'm using in these streets real loosely, y'all, for real. I'm really just kind of trying to add some laughter into it, some humor. Don't fight me. I don't want to be too dry. It is a little bit too early for all that being dry. So, oh my word, this doggone navigation. I swear. Yeah. Anyway, how are y'all feeling today? You know, I realize, like, I can't possibly be the only one dealing with PTSD, dealing with trying to run your own business, trying to have interactions with people. You know, I don't know if this is a thing. I don't know if this is a PTSD related thing or not. I don't know, but I want to interact with people. I like talking to people. I like talking to people that like to talk. And I'm pretty sure I've said it before. But I do. I like to talk to people that like to talk. You know, I like to have meaningful conversations, not jabbering off about nothing, but just real meaningful conversations. I mean, you know, I'll talk about makeup, and I'll talk about weight loss, and I'll talk about health, and I'll talk about food, and, you know, those types of things. I'll do all that. But I mean, I'm not a talk about nothing person, I guess you can say. I don't feel like I have to talk to fill dead air. I'm perfectly fine being quiet, me and somebody else in a room, or me and a few people in a room, and nobody's talking. I'm cool with that. It doesn't bother me a bit. But some people can't stand it, and that's okay. And that's kind of why I'm like, I don't know if this is a PTSD, like, you know, before I was diagnosed, I associated PTSD with every other trauma but the ones I went through. I put it mostly with vets. My father is a vet. My father suffers from PTSD, and other people who have fallen victim to certain incidents, you know, to certain traumas. I always associated them with PTSD. I never really put any of that toward what I was dealing with. And so, you know, and again, I always thought it was something else. But I really do like to interact with people, mostly our seniors, like I said. You know, I just have a heart for them, you know, and I think that they deserve the care and the attention that we provide them. And they deserve our respect. I truly believe that. and they're not getting it. And so to me, that's really sad. But anyway, but today is a minimal people interaction day. So I have 4 jobs I'm trying to get done. Interactions, probably a minute at the most. That's perfect for me. That's perfect. Long enough to ask you a couple of questions, write down, what you say to me, and be out. And that's perfect for me. I want to do it, get back home, be in my own space, So right now, though, I'm feeling a little anxious because it is early. And I don't know. I really don't know why I'm feeling anxious, honestly. I'm on my way to this person's residence. Maybe that's what I'm feeling a little anxious about. Not sure. But it still beats what I would have been dealing with if I were still working my 9 to 5. Because I don't know if you noticed in my other video, but I couldn't control my interactions with people. I had to go around people when I didn't want to. I had to go visit people when I didn't really, the anxiety be running so high, and just all types of stuff would be happening. And I felt like I had no control over it. And actually, I still believe that. Because it's not like I could pick and choose when I wanted to go see somebody and who I wanted to go see, and pick the situation, pick the environment. I couldn't do any of that. So to me, this is still better for me in the long run, because I'm able to control this situation. So, and when I pull up, I don't have to get out the car right then. I'm not on anybody else's time but my own. Although I do believe time is money, and money is definitely time. However, I'm still the only one I'm the one that's controlling this situation. Now, I do have due dates, and I do like to make sure that my assignments are in on time, that my jobs are done properly. So this one I'm going back out to is a redo. It's kind of a redo, because this is a new contract, and when I got there were steps that I failed to take, or I thought I was taking, but my phone was on camera and not on, it was on a video, to record, not on camera to take photos, to take stills. So then I found myself fighting with the stupid iPhone. And I'm sorry if y'all that love iPhone, but I'm borderline with iPhone. But anyway, so I'm messing with that and trying to get the photos off of it, and the photos don't jive with Google because of the way they're formatted and all this foolishness, and then trying to take a screenshot from the video. I was so overwhelmed just trying to get all that done, like to get everything submitted back in the computer when I got back. And then even more stuff yesterday, they came back and was like, hey, X, Y, and Z, we need to rectify this. I was too overwhelmed to even, deal with it. I totally ignored it, and was like, you know what, I'll send an update in the morning before I leave. Yeah. So that happened. But so I think I'm feeling anxious now because I'm coming back, and maybe that's what it is. This is not my first time coming to this place, and so it's my second time coming to this place. And then on top of that, I'll be out with my phone taking pictures at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, that is the goings of. Do I regret quitting my 9 to 5? No, I don't. But that's me. That's my situation. That's, what I was dealing with. I'm back against the wall and just not really having too many choices. So, like they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And my lemonade is still a little sour. It's still a little sour. It'll get a little sweeter over time, I'm sure. But right now, it's still got a tinge of, still a little sour. Make me suck my cheeks in a little bit. But if you're like me, if you're in a similar situation, whether it's PTSD or something else, I don't know, but you have to know what's best for you, and if you don't know what that is, then you need to figure out what that is, because the only person that's going to look out best for you is you. Now, granted, I do have people in my life that love me and care about me, but they don't live my life. I have to walk in my own skin every day. And I'm left alone with my own thoughts, my own successes, my own failures every day. And so, I would say the same thing for you. If you want to start a business, you want minimal interactions, think about the things that you like to do. Think about the exposures. Then, of course, like I said earlier in this video, budgeting, goals, who are you targeting? What is it that you plan to achieve? Are you trying to help anybody with this? What is it that you want to do, and how do you feel about doing it? Have you tried to do it at all? Have you watched a video of anyone who's done what you want to do? Do you know anybody that's doing it? Is there a company that you can shadow or talk to get more insight on what it is that you're interested in doing for yourself? But at any rate, just do your research. Don't just hastily go into it. I just strongly advise against being hasty with any of these types of decisions, because once you do it, a lot of times it can't be undone. Now, the thing about me is that I did have an opportunity to go back to that same employer. And I had applied for a weekend part-time position, and thinking that would be okay for me. But after not getting the invites that they said they were sending me for the main interview, the interview after the phone interview, I never got them. So I just took it like, okay, they really don't want my behind back up in there. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Should I have reached back out again? I think I should have. But I didn't, and I'm fine with that. I'm not beating myself over the head because I didn't reach back out to them and follow up on, why didn't y'all send me another invite? How come I'm not getting the invites? They know they're not sending them. That's how I see it. They know they're not sending these invites. So, I'm not tripping. But and then on top of that, it was like, I really didn't want to be giving up my Sundays like that. I want to do that the same way I'm doing it right now. If I want to do any work on a Sunday, I'm going to do it when I want to do it, which is after worship hours. After Sunday worship hours, then if I want to get out here in the streets and work, then I will do that. But I just don't want somebody all up in my face telling me, and not literally in my face, but it's the in your mind where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing. And you got stuff that's due or whatever. Your employer expects you to work. These are your set hours. I don't want set hours. So, for my business, I do have set working hours. However, I'm still scheduling those appointments. I'm still, oh shit, I think I missed my turn again. Oh, I'm so funny. I'm talking to y'all and I'm not even paying attention. That's okay. This is kind of cool, actually. I don't mind chatting it up with y'all while I drive because it makes the drive a little shorter. Like I'm driving out here in the sticks and nothing really much to look at. There's a lot of houses, but there's also a lot of farmland and lots of trees and whatnot. So, and it's a beautiful morning. It's 63 degrees in the cold state of Michigan. So yeah, but anyway, I forgot what I was saying. That happens to me a lot. Anyway, y'all, make it a great one. Make it a great day. You know, be kind to yourself. Give yourself lots of grace. Pace yourself. I mean, these are my little platitudes, okay? You know, you do what's best for you. This is just, you know, what I've learned and what I've been doing and what I've picked up is being kind to myself, giving myself some grace, loving myself a lot more. Because having PTSD doesn't mean something is wrong with me. It just means that I have not closed the chapter on past trauma. That's really all it is, I think. I don't remember what my therapist said. I promise you I was listening, but I'm driving, so my mind isn't necessarily on that. But, on like her specific words. But a number of times I've heard, you know, to give myself some grace, to love myself more, appreciate myself more, because there is nothing wrong with me. And so that is my thing for you today. So I'm going to continue to drive out here in the sticks and do what I do. If I'm not too drained, maybe I'll post again later and do a pulse check, if you will. Tell y'all how everything went on my minimal interaction day. But other than that, y'all enjoy the day, okay? Love yourselves. I love y'all. God loves y'all. He loves me too. Peace.